So they have revealed the... Oh boy. Okay, so they've revealed the 4 stars on the Neuvillette and Kazuha banners. Yanfei, Jingcho, and Barbara. Well, Jingcho's good. Jingcho's really good. He's clearly the best 4-star there. Barbara you get for free. She's not really a very great healer. There are other 4-star healers that are much better, like Yao Yao and Kuki Shinobu. Then we have Yanfei, who's designed to sort of be an on-field damage dealer, but can feel pretty clunky. If you have her at C4, she can make kind of an interesting HP-based shielder for your team, but otherwise, I don't really like playing Yanfei that much. Some people seem to enjoy her quite a bit. Not the greatest on-field damage dealer for your team, though. And then, of course, Jingcho is one of the best characters in the game, not just 4 stars. So overall, you've got one very good one, and then 2 pretty mediocre 4 stars. So... I don't know about these. This makes me not really want to go for Neuvillette C1. I was considering it, I was like, that might be kind of nice, but the 4 stars, I'm like, Jingcho's really good, other 2, not great. I think if you were trying for both, or trying to decide between Kazuha or Neuvillette, and if the 4 stars would have been your determining factor, you may want to hold off, unless you're trying to go and hopefully get more constellations for Jingcho, or maybe for Yanfei to try and maybe get C4 for Tankfei. Barbara's constellations, not really that good, and you don't really end up using Barbara too much later on anyways when you need a healer, unless she's just sort of someone you need in a pinch. So overall, 5 stars, amazing. 4 stars, 1 very good, 2 pretty mediocre, so that's not great. Next, let's take a look at the weapons. So we've got the Freedom Sworn and Tome of Eternal Flow. Very, very good weapon for Neuvillette. Freedom Sworn is a fairly good weapon, but actually it's not great on Kazuha because most people don't have quite enough energy recharge. If you build him with an ER Sands, then this is a pretty solid weapon. Otherwise, you probably just want to stick to like a Favonius Lance. Let's see. And then we've got Mitternacht Waltz, which is the physical bow designed for Fischl. The Flute, Wine and Song, Fav Lance, and Fav Greatsword. Really Fav Lance is like the only really good 4-star here. Oh my. Yeah, these are actually pretty mediocre in terms of 4 stars. The Fav Lance is really good. This is sort of the Jingcho of the whole bunch. Fav Lance, great. Other 4 stars, not really too good. The Fav Greatsword has some uses, but there's not a lot of Claymore characters that really want it so much. Because it has a low base attack and high energy recharge substat, it ends up being good for a lot fewer characters. If it had a higher base attack, a little bit lower energy recharge, but still had the Fab passive, it would be very useful for a lot of characters. But as it stands, there's not too many that could really get use out of it, other than maybe like Razor in an EM funny like Razor Explodey build team where you're building EM Razor and you just want to use this for the energy recharge for your team, or if you're using someone like Sayu or something like that, but otherwise not too great. So again, this weapon banner and the character banner sort of fit a similar pattern. The 5 stars, good. 4 stars, not good, with the exception of maybe 1. So if you are wishing for Neuvillette or Kazuha, I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully you get a lot of Jingcho copies. Unfortunately, he doesn't proc off Neuvillettes, but Jingcho and Kazuha do very, very well together. Kazuha can also swirl off of Barbara, who does apply Hydro to you with her skill. Otherwise though, outside of like C4 Yanfei, no one really works with Neuvillette. He does his own healing, so he doesn't really need Barbara that much. So C4 Yanfei just for a shield would be nice, but you're not going to use Yanfei and Neuvillette in the same team 99% of the time. So the 4 stars are not great. Oof.